Thanks for joining me today. So this is going to be a practice where we're going to start on our backs on the ground, and we'll move to kind of all fours, then do a down dog, and then we'll do some standing postures, and then we'll slowly make our way back down onto the ground for some last bits of stretching until we get to come to our Shavasana, our final resting pose. I think it's always nice to have a couple blocks handy, so you might have that. If you have a blanket or a pillow, sometimes that's nice to either sit on, or sometimes when you're on your back, if you find that your head's tilted up, having a little something behind your head is kind of nice too. So, to begin, we're going to start on our backs. Knees are going to be bent. So coming onto your back, bring your hands, rest them right at your belly. It's like your thumbs are at your belly button, and then the fingers are just going to drape down towards your pubic bone. Take a big breath in through the nose. And a long sigh out of the mouth. Maybe you take a couple of those. And then bring that awareness down to your hands. You might notice that the hands gently rise on your inhale. And then nice and easy, they just gently draw downward as you exhale. Your eyes might close or they might just soften. And again, we're trying to connect this mind to your body. And we use the breath to do that. So we feel the hands on the belly. And again, just kind of feel that air as it moves in through your nose and down your throat. Expanding your torso, and maybe those fingers rise. And then as you exhale, the hands might gently go downward as you empty out from the lungs, through the throat. Maybe you're exhaling out of the nose now. Taking those long breaths in and easy long breaths out. We take these first few moments of class, again, to connect to the breath and to kind of let our mind settle in. Settle into this moment. So as we move through our practice, we're going to be moving with this breath. So the slower our breath is, then the slower our body gets to go. So from here, we're going to take these hands down by our sides. If it feels okay, stretch out your legs and then stretch out your arms. They might be just to here, 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 here. They might be out to the sides. Just do the big stretch that feels good. Take a big inhale, reaching the arms and legs away from each other. It might be to the front and back of your mat. It could be out to the sides of the room. And then when you come to your exhale, be soft. And then bend the knees again. Bring the knees into the chest. The hands might meet on top of the knees or behind the thighs, whichever one's better. And then give yourself a little rock, side to side. Good. And then from here, bring those feet back down. Let your feet be as wide as your mat. So the knees are a little bit wider open. The arms are out into a T. So for some of us, it's okay here. For some of us, it might be down here. So go to the place that feels good across your chest. And then easy peasy, we're going to be moving these knees. So as you inhale, take the knees on over to the right. And as you exhale, bring them back to center. Good. Inhale, heading over to the left. And exhale back to center. And we just move with the breath. Breathe in, go in one direction. Breathe out to center. Breathe in to the opposite side. Breathe out, back to center. One more. Yeah, we're just warming up these hips a little bit. And then come on back into center. Bring the feet back on in. Draw the knees into the chest. And just nice and easy, just circle your knees around. So it's like we're bringing the knees into the chest. Open them out to the sides. Push your knees away. Bring them back into center. Breathing in, circling around those knees, breathing out. So into the chest, out to your armpits, pushing away, bringing it back to center. Now we're gonna go the opposite direction. So we're pushing away, opening the knees, draw the knees in towards your armpits, and then bring them back in. Push away, open wide, knees towards your armpits, and back to center. Good, one more round. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. From here, take these legs up to the ceiling. The knees might be bent a little or a lot. Either way is fine. And then take the arms up to the ceiling. And then circle your foot on the ankle and the wrist, the hand on the wrist. And we get to go the other direction too, so circling around. Good, and then come on back to center. Now right here, flex your feet and open your toes wide, like your feet are pushing against the ceiling. And now take your hands, palms up, push towards the ceiling. Yeah, so you might feel your abs are starting to engage. Open your fingers wide, make those toes open wide, take a big breath. And then as you exhale, point your toes and drop your fingers forward. Stretching those forearms. Inhale, flex the feet, palms to the ceiling. Exhale, point your toes, drop those fingers. One more. Breathe in. Exhale out. Nice. And then from here, take a big breath. And then as you exhale, just shake your arms and shake your legs. Ladder a little. Let all your flesh just flop every which direction. And then we find some stillness and take a breath in. And then as you exhale, bring those knees in. We're going to come to all fours. So let's bring this body on up. You might roll to one side or another, or you can rock up just like I did. And then from here to all fours. Now, if your knees can be kind of cranky, you might put a little something underneath your knees. But we're going to have the wrists right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath your hips. So find that long spine first. So we're pushing away with the hands. If we can, uncurl the toes. For some of us, this feels better. Just kind of go to where it feels okay. So we're going to inhale, drop the belly, look up. And as you exhale, pull this belly button in towards your spine as you drop the head and curl the tail. Breathe in, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, pull in. And one more of those. Breathing in. And exhale. Now right here, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, look up, pause. See how that feels in your back? Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, pull your belly button towards your spines and pause there. Push away with these hands. Maybe push down into the tops of the feet. Good. And then on your next inhale, just find a little tabletop. Great. I'm going to move this just a little bit. So right here, we're going to play with a little bird dog. So we're going to take this right leg out back behind us. Stay on the ball of the foot first. So push back through the heels. Feel what that's about. Then maybe we lift up the foot. Now it can stay right down. That's perfectly fine. But if you can, lift it up. Doesn't have to be high. Try not to make it go higher than your hip. Just either with the hip or right below it. Then we're going to shift into this right hand. Now sometimes what wants to happen is our body wants to drop down. Push away, make the shoulder be strong, and then reach out that other hand. Now for some of us, taking the left hand out in front of us, that works. For others of us, we might take the fingers a little forward. Maybe you're just light on your fingers. Do the one where it feels like you're working just a little, just enough. Flex your foot. Take a big breath in, pushing away with this other hand on the ground, and a breath out. Maybe you open those fingers wider on that left hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. And then bring the hand down and bring the knee down. We're going to take the other side. So taking the left foot back, curl the toes under, push back through the heel, so get stretching out that leg. A nice firm belly button towards your spine, and then we're going to slowly lift up. Pause, breathe, flex your foot, feel your legs, feel your behind, notice your back, draw this belly button in. And then we shift into that left hand, and again, push away so we're nice and strong, and then reach that right arm out. Thumb up, pinky down, or again, you might just take it a little forward, or you just might be lighter right here. Instead of putting all that weight into it, you just shift. Take a big breath in, flex your foot, open those fingers. Exhale out. Good. So when we hold these postures, we kind of notice what's going on in our mind, and we notice how strong our bodies can be. And we also think about that wonderful thing about impermanence. It's not going to last forever. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the knees down. Nice work, guys. Bring those knees nice and wide. Bring your big toes to touch, and then slowly bring the hips back. Now for some of us, we might go all the way back to the heels. For others of us, it might be just right here. And you just drop the head. So do the one that feels good for you. If you can, flip your palms up, wiggle your fingers, and wave at your head. So you're just releasing that wrist joint. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Good. And so from here, we're gonna bring these hands in front of us, lift up to all fours, bring the knees back on in, and curl your toes. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, take the hips back, and then bring them up. Coming into your down dog. So we pause here for a moment, pushing away with these hands. We can have a bend into those knees so your tush is going to the ceiling. Maybe you draw that belly in, let the head dangle. Sometimes we want to lift that head up and look forward, but just let it be easy, as best we can. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Good. And then let's bend your right knee real deep, straighten your left. Now you might look underneath that right armpit. And then switch. Bend in the left knee, straighten in the right. Maybe look underneath your left armpit. And then just walk it out. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking those knees anytime you need to. Good. Pause. Bend your knees. Now we can look forward. Walk your feet on up to meet your hands. Bend your knees for your forward fold. Let your body just drape over. This is a place where the hands can be on the ground. You can wrap the arms around the legs or grab opposite elbows, or maybe hands on blocks too. Any of those are good. Notice what you're feeling in those legs, your behind, your back, your shoulders, the face. Good. So from here, we're going to take a half lift. I like to bring the hands all the way up to my thighs for the very first one. So hands up to the thighs, and then we're going to inhale and lift up from our hips. So breathe in, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, shoulders back and down, long spine. And as you exhale, bend your knees and let your belly find the thighs as you slide those hands down. Let's do that again. Hands to the thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And one more. Breathe in. And bow down. All right, so we're going to rise up. Breathing in, reaching those arms all the way out and up. Breathe out. And then take those hands down by your sides. Good. So come on up, or you'll be at the top of your mat facing me, but I'm going to face you this way just so we can kind of see. As we move from side to side, I'll move to the side. But initially, just stand tall. Feel your ears over these shoulders, over your hips. Let your arms dangle by your sides. And in fact, let's bring these shoulders up, back, and down. So when we were doing those down dogs, that works these shoulders for sure. Being on hands and knees, absolutely. And then go the opposite direction, back up and forward. Noticing how that feels. And then an up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Great. Let's take the feet wider and just circle your hips. And then go the other direction. Take a breath in and a breath out. Nice. And then come on back to center. So bring the feet back on in. And we're just going to do a few half salutes. So I'll turn to the side so y'all can see. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bow down. So flat-ish back, bend those knees and drop the body. Now, if you like to bring the hands to the shins, great. I always like them to the thighs. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bow. Arms out to the side, we rise. Breathe in all the way up. The hands touch. And the exhale brings the hands to the heart. Nice, do that again. Reach out and up. Inhale, reaching the arms to the sides of the room and then all the way up. Bow down. Exhale, bend your knees at the end, bowing. Hands to the shins or the thighs, lengthen, breathe. Slow exhale, let's see how slow we can bow down. Exhale out. Reach the arms out to the sides, we rise all the way up. Come onto your heart, exhale. This time we're gonna try a little swan dive. So reach those arms all the way up, breathe in. And again, hinging at the hips, we swan dive. Exhale, out to the sides, those arms go. Bend your knees, belly might find the thighs, and we look down. Hands to the shins or thighs. Inhale, lengthen out, shoulders back and down, and then bow. Good, out to the sides, rise up, breathe in. And then come onto your heart. Good. Right on. So those are just like little half salutes. Those are things you can do every day. It's just a nice way to start the day. For some of us, when we take the arms out and up, when we come to that forward fold, for some of us, like me, I'm not all up in my head all the time. So this motion of bringing the hands through the heart and bowing is very grounding. It's really centering. For some of us that need a little bit more of a boost, then do that big swan dive. Builds energy. So in yoga, we do a lot of forward folding. You get to choose how you like to do your arms, however feels good to you. Okay, so just kind of listen to that because we're going to be doing a fair bit of forward folding today. So we'll move on. Top of your mat. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Arms by your sides. Shoulders back and down. Yeah. Reach those arms out and up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Exhale. Hands to the shins or thighs. Lengthen. Breathe. Strong backs. Exhale. Bow down. Now right here, we're going to plant these hands. We're going to step back. So one foot goes back, then the other. Push away with these hands so you can feel your upper back be strong. Push back through your heels, and imagine this pubic bone coming to your belly button. So we're just getting super strong. Yeah, pushing back. I like to do little baby bends in the elbows. So let's take the knees down for this first one. So when we're in this position and we bend the elbows, let the elbows go back by your side. So less out, but more in. Take a breath here. And it's the babyest bend in the elbow. Exhale, little baby bend. Inhale, push away, being mindful. Exhale, baby bend. That's the only part that's moving are your elbows. Breathe in, come up. And exhale, baby bend. Good. And then come all the way up. And as you exhale, bring your hips to your heels. Come to that child's pose. Again, hips might come to the heels or they might be a little higher. Do the one that feels okay. Take a breath in and a breath out. We're going to come up to all fours. Breathe in, curl your toes. Exhale, take your hips back, and then bring your hips up. Down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, walk your feet on up to meet your hands. You might take a million baby steps or maybe big steps. Pause. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then we get our little half lift again. Hands to the thighs. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Arms out to the side, we rise all the way up. Big inhale. And then exhale, come onto your heart. Nice, good. So from here, let's take this right leg and step it back. The toes are out to the sides. So if you see me, forward, it's going to be this way. So notice how my feet are a little bit wider like they're on railroad tracks. Less tightrope, more railroad tracks, okay? So front knee is bent, left knee is bent, right foot's off to the side, hands reach your heart. We're going to inhale, take those hands high, and then exhale, swim away. Good. Straighten your knee, let the hands come up. Breathe in, straighten your knee. Exhale, open your arms, bend your knees. Good, so I'm gonna face you so you can see that. Inhale, taking the hands up. Exhale, bend your knees wide. Yeah, good, one more, breathe in. Exhale. Nice. From here, we'll pivot the back toes forward. Bring the hands to the heart. Take a breath and just step up. Step up and stand tall. Awesome. We're going to catch a second side. So now from here, that left leg, it gets to step back. Back toes are to 45. Front knees bent right over that ankle or behind it. Okay? Take the hands to the heart. Feel your feet. Notice how your feet, there's one foot that's going to be more dominant than the other. Can you even it out? Nice. Take the hands all the way up, breathe in, and then swim away. Good, now here we're going to straighten the knee. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, open the arm. Good, straight knee. Take your time, use your whole inhale to straighten that knee and bring the hands up. And the whole exhale to bend your knee and open wide. One more like that. Breathe in, push into that front foot. Exhale. Great. The hands are coming to the heart. Pivot the back toes forward. Take a breath and just step up. Step up. Nice. Good. And then flick all that away. Wiggle your body out. Nice. All right. So from here, we're going to be doing similar stuff, but coming from hands and knees. Find yourself at the top of your mat. Reach your arms out and up. Breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Take your time on this half lift. Hands to the shins or thighs. Inhale, slow motion. Use those back body muscles. Slow motion, bend your knees and bow. Good. We're going to take the hands down. We're going to step the left foot back. So step the left foot back. Yeah, pivot your back heel down to the ground. And we're going to rise up this time. So bring one hand to the knee and then come all the way up. We're back in that warrior one posture. So again, feet are a little bit wider side to side. We just came in a different way. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, now this time straighten your knee and the arms go out. Good. Inhale, bend your knee, take the hands up. We're going to add on to that. Exhale, stay here, but bring the hands to the heart. So keep your feet where they are, knees still bent. Good. From here, take a breath, and we're going to lean a little forward. Yeah, so it's like a diagonal line from the back heel to the front of the top of the head. And now open your arms wide. Yeah, shoulders back and down. Draw this belly gently in. Now notice how much weight's in that front foot. Can you push a little into the back? Push down into those feet. Use these legs. And then we're going to take the arms out to the sides and rise up. Inhale, straighten the knee, the hands are coming up. It's like we're doing snow angels. Exhale, out to the sides, leaning forward, bent front knee. Good job. 2 more of those. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your knee, go slow. And one more. Breathe in, straight knee, hands go high. And exhale, out to the sides, go back. Pause, breathe. Open your fingers wider. Push into that back foot. Good. Last breath here. And then bring the hands to the heart. Lift your body up. Pivot the back toes forward. Take a breath and step up. Step up and stand tall. Good. We're going to catch the second side. So again, we're reaching out and up. Breathe in. Forward fold. Exhale. Bending those knees at the end. Slow-mo half lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Awesome. We're going to plant the hands down and we're going to take the other foot back. So left foot goes, or right foot now goes way back. Right foot back. Pivot the back heel down and we're going to rise. So maybe the hands come to the knees or you just lift up this body. Take your time. Take a big breath. Exhale, come onto your heart. Good. Go straight up. Breathe in. And then exhale, swim away. Straighten the knee. The hands are going up. Breathe in. Exhale, open wide. Nice. Now this time we're bringing the hands to the heart, and we're gonna lean that little bit forward. So diagonal line. Feel your feet. Notice how much weight's in the front foot, push into the back. Yeah, so feel those legs be really grounded. It helps to ground your mind when you can feel your feet on the ground. And then from here, we're gonna take these hands back by our sides, so shoulders are back and down, palms are facing forward. And then we're gonna straighten the knee and take the hands up, little snow angels. So breathe and straighten your knee, the hands come up. Exhale, bend your knee and take your hands out to the sides. Inhale, reaching the arms straight up, taking the hands up. Take your time. Exhale, bend those knees, take the hands back. Nice, good job, guys. And then from here, last one of those. Exhale. Bring the hands right under the heart. Good. From here, we're gonna pivot the back toes forward. And then we're just gonna step up on this one. So step up and stand tall. Oh yeah, good. And then flick all that away. Give it all a good wiggle. Good, and then bring these shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, and up, back and down. Good job, guys. I always love to do a few little goddesses, so bring those feet wide. Take the heels in and the toes are out. And we're lengthening up the spine. We're reaching the arms all the way up. Breathe in, and we're gonna bend the knees and bend the elbows. Exhale, coming down a little or a lot. Push down into your feet, push down, come up, breathe in. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend those knees. Yeah, nice. And one more, push into the feet, rising up. Exhale, coming on down. Pause. So decide, have you gone too far? Would it be better to come up a little bit, or would it be better to go down a little bit? What if we take 3 breaths here? That's not forever. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Again, fingers are wide. Shoulders are back and down. 2 more. Breathe in. Nice job, guys. So this time we're taking a breath in, and maybe we come down a millimeter, a little bit. And then push into the feet, inhale, come all the way up, swim it all the way. Nice job. Bring the legs back on in. Wiggle all that. Good work, guys. So from here, bring the feet, so ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, ears are all in line. We reach the arms out and up, breathe in. Bend your knees, bring the hands to the heart. Little chair pose or bar stool, whichever place you like to be. If your tush likes to be right here, you're still building strength. If you prefer to be way back, you know what? We're all building the same kind of strength. So just do the one that feels good. Wherever you are, see if you can wiggle your toes. So it's more weight in the heel and the ball. Being mindful, we're not taking those knees in, we're not taking them out, they're going straight ahead. Good. And one more little snow angel. Take the arms out by your sides. Stand up tall, go slow and reach the arms up. Breathe in. Nice. Exhale, bend your knees, take those hands out and back by your hips. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching out and back. Last one, all the way up. And all the way back and down. Good. Hands to the heart. Take a big breath, and maybe we sit a little bit deeper. Just a little. Push into your feet, rise all the way up. And then swim away. Good. And now we get to come back down onto the ground. So however you like to get there, I'll meet you. Good. We're just going to get a little twist on. So we're going to take your, let's see, this is your left hand onto the right knee, and the right hand's going to go back by your sides. So get real tall. I always love to do a little twist. And then look on over towards your right. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Good. We'll get a big inhale, and as you exhale, just slowly unwind. Come on back. We'll catch the other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand back by our sides. Lengthen up, and then just get a nice little turn. Look into the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Soften in your jaw, soften in your throat. Good. And then we'll gently unwind. Nice. Now, so switch your cross, whatever you did. Switch the other way. And then we'll catch the twists again. So we're going to start with that right hand again to the left knee. Left hand goes back by your side. Get tall. And then we'll go back the same direction to see if it feels any different. Maybe yes, maybe no. And then we'll unwind. Come on back to center and then catch the other side. Lengthen your spine up. Look on over. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then we get into another little unwinding. Right on. So from here, we are going to come onto our backs. So however you want to get there, just come onto your back. Let those knees be bent. Feet are on the ground, so giving you some stability. You can feel your spine being supported by the mat. Maybe those hands come right back to your belly. You might close the eyes or just soften your gaze. And just kind of noticing the different pressure of your body being on the ground. So feel the back of the head. If you feel like your chin is going up to the ceiling, put a little something behind it just so that the neck stays long. Maybe you notice the tops of the shoulders and the places where the arms are touching. Feeling that weight in the upper back, maybe a little in the middle back. Maybe you feel that little bit of space there at your low back. Maybe yes, maybe no. And of course our behind's on the ground. Feel your feet. Take a breath in and out. So right here, I like to do a little bridge pose. But today, let's use a block, or if you have a thicker book, that'd be great. Or even like a rolled up towel. We're just lifting the hips up just a little bit. We're not having to go to a big, big arch. We're just starting to lift the hips up. So have that block handy, and the hands are down by your side. So take a breath, and as you exhale, just slowly lift your hips up, and we're gonna place that block right at your sacrum. So that's the bony bone in the middle of your tush. So making sure not to put it up into your back. We don't want your tush to hang down. We want your behind to be supported. Yeah, and then once you're supported, you can take those palms to face up so the shoulders are back and down. Now, if you did put something behind your head, you might want to go ahead and move that out of the way. Just so that there's no pressure on your neck. You don't want any pressure. When we're in a bridge pose, we just want the feet, the arms, the top of the shoulders, and the back of the head. That's the spots that are getting support. For some of us, this feels pretty good. If it doesn't feel good, come out of that. If you want more hip flexor type of stretch, you can sort of walk the feet a little bit more forward. You might take one foot and take it out and see what that feels like. Pause here. Take a breath. And then we'll switch out, so bending that knee and then taking the other leg out, see what that feels like. Any pinchy, hurty in your back, come out of this. There's no need. There's no need to have any pinching or hurting. And then from here, we'll bend both knees. So feet are on the ground. And then flip your palms back down, and then just push into your feet to lift your behind off of that block. Take the block away and slowly roll down. Yeah. Feel your spine being supported again. Now here, take the bottoms of your feet together and just easy let the knees go out to the sides. We're not trying to push them. We're just letting these hips open up a little bit. You might feel, again, a little bit of an arch in your back-ish. If it doesn't feel good, come out of that. And just pause for a moment. Last breath here. And then we're going to bring those feet back onto the ground. You can take the hands on the knee, on the thighs, and bring them back on up, and then bring the knees into the chest. Take your time. Move slow. Give yourself that wiggle. I like wiggling, but if it feels good to be still, be still. And then find yourself back at center, and then reach the legs up, reach the arms up. Give them a wiggle. And then bring the knees into the chest. Take the feet down, stretch your body out. Reaching your arms and legs away from each other. Full body stretch. Maybe you lift up each foot and pull your legs out of those, your femur bones out of your hip sockets. And then be soft. Take a big breath in and out. So bringing the arms down by your sides now. You can bring the feet as wide as your mat. And if it would feel good to stay here, perfect. If it would feel better, if your back feels kind of pinchy, the feet can be wide and the knees draw towards each other. So you stay there. Just let your body start to get a little heavier. Maybe your eyes start to close. And again, we get to look and notice where we're feeling sensation, where our bodies are being supported. Back of the head, the tops of the shoulders, out your arms, anywhere on your back, your behind, these legs, your feet. Taking a big breath in through the nose. And a nice long, slow sigh out of the mouth. And from here, we just let the body start to breathe itself. We don't have to breathe any particular way anymore. We get to let the body just effortlessly breathe. It just happens automatically. So you may stay here a little bit longer. For as long as you need. Letting your mind and your body and your spirit rest. And when you're ready, then you can just bring a little bit of movement back, maybe some stretches. And then when you come up, just take a moment there. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I'll leave you to rest. And until we meet next time, namaste.